Hey everybody, Mike here from Soap to Sauce. I just wanted to make a quick video about Fiverr, what I use Fiverr for, the type of gigs I buy, how I find the gigs that I'm looking for, and just kind of go over kind of some of my top things that I'm using Fiverr for. I've used Fiverr for quite a long time. I used to run a social media agency, and so I used it for that extensively. And then I've also used it as a seller as well. So I've sold things on Fiverr as well. So I kind of see it from both angles. But it's something I use probably weekly, and it's just such a powerful tool. Just everything you can get on here is just absolutely amazing. The prices have definitely gone up in the last few years, but so has the opportunities. The number of sellers has gone up. The quality you can get is still there at good pricing. And there's other sites like this. I don't want to discount other sites like Upwork or any of the other kind of freelancing sites out there. And though it'll be kind of for a different video, I'll kind of go through and compare the different ones. But for this video, I just want to kind of talk about specifically Fiverr and how I use Fiverr. So as I mentioned before, I used to run a kind of a social media ad agency. And one of the things that we would commonly do is help people redesign their logos, right? So uh, if you are really good in Photoshop, then you can probably just do it yourself. But if you don't have the time, or if you have a lot of logos to make, or you can even do it in Canva now. But um, if you're looking for a specific type of style or design, um, Fiverr is a great place to get ideas, but it's also a great place to buy logos for, and you can just get some amazing prices for the quality. So I just want to kind of go through and kind of show you my process for just getting a logo, but this applies to pretty much everything. I'll maybe jump into a couple other sections. So very quickly, what I want to kind of show you guys is just kind of the first things that I kind of look for. Number one, I look for top rated sellers or level 2 sellers only. You would think kind of intuitively, I think that level 1 should go above level 2, but I think level 2 sellers, I'm pretty sure, I might get this wrong. I'm pretty sure that level 2 sellers are more advanced, and then top rated sellers are number 1. I believe that's how it is. I could have that backwards. It might be level 1 sellers and then it's top rated sellers. But for this example, we're just going to be looking at top rated sellers. Maybe I have it completely backwards, and I've been doing it wrong this whole time. But anyways, um, I believe that that's how the system works. I could be completely wrong because I'm a level 1 seller, and I'm pretty sure that I still have a ways to go before I could be a level 2 seller. I'm pretty sure how that system works. But anyways, we're going to be looking at top rated sellers. The second thing that I look at is um, the logo options here. So style is definitely important to me. It's not usually something I look at right away, but what I am looking for is I definitely want a PNG back, right? So I definitely want a PNG, and ideally I would like the source file as well. That way, if I ever work with somebody, or if my client wants it, the source file, so that their graphic designer can work on it, I'll be able to have that for them. So I usually just automatically check those two things. And then you can take a look in here. You don't really need to worry about that. Delivery time, that's if you're in a rush. Budget, I usually play with this if I'm on a budget. Typically, for logo design, I'll look for anything under 20 bucks. If the client has some very specific needs, or if it's a very specific type of client, then obviously I'll open that up all the way to a couple hundred. But it really kind of depends, right? So, all right. So the next thing I do is I sort this by best selling, and then I look for the ones with the most reviews from there. So right off the bat, the one that catches my attention the most are these two right here, right? Now this is a very specific style of logo, and so I usually click through and take a look at their content and see what kind of logos, other kind of styles. This person has a very specific style up front, but if you look at some of these other styles, you can kind of see that they're very versatile, and they obviously have experience making a wide variety of logos. But yeah, those two kind of pop out. Anything over 1K is good. It's different by the gig and what you're looking for, but for logos, that's usually a pretty good number. And then of course pricing. So this one is definitely intriguing as well. 25 bucks. So if I find one that I like, right, if one that I kind of want to move forward with, I love how that other seller had his starting pricing listed at 420. I think that's hilarious. Sorry, I'll probably go back and show you him again. So you can see this guy has a ton of reviews, right? And a 5-star rating, and 241 orders in queue. So obviously this guy's running a team, um, and he's just banging out logos left, right, and center. Reviews are important, but what I'm really looking for is what the gig all includes. So a good comparison is just scrolling down and taking a look at kind of what it all includes. And for this one, this actually includes pretty much what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the source file, and the $25 version includes that. And then I'm looking for a PNG file, and I'm assuming he'll just send it to me as a PNG. That's not really a big deal. And yeah, the only difference that I'm seeing here is maybe the amount of time that he spends making it. 3D mockup is obviously very different. He's offering better support in this option. He's offering social media covers for this option, and then he's calling this one ultra high quality. But sometimes sellers will just kind of put that in, trying to up the kind of the package, and it really doesn't mean anything. So I wouldn't really take that too much or worry about that ultra quality bit of copy there. But yeah, I mean, I think this guy could be perfect for what I'm looking for, right? So the next thing I would want to do is really kind of talk to the client, figure out what the client's looking for. If I'm redesigning a logo or if I'm making a logo from scratch, I usually ask them to provide me with about 4 or 5 examples of what they're looking for, or like logos that they like, and then I try to craft something with them. Kind of talk to them on the phone or in emails, kind of sharing my idea for the logo, and then I'll take that kind of script and I'll give it to the designer, and then from there we'll kind of modify it and make tweaks. I don't want to go too much longer in this video, but I would like to dive into a couple other services that I use kind of Fiverr a lot. I also do some video production, so voiceovers are something that I look for a lot. But literally, there's everything. I also do blogging, so I found some great writers, and that might be more applicable for most of you. But again, I go through the exact same process every single time. The great thing about this is you can often narrow it down by accents for voiceovers, or writing style if you're looking for writers. So you can get just very granular results and very specific niche kind of sellers on here. The other really kind of thing that I use Fiverr the most for is anything website related. So for instance, I've been working a lot within Thrive. Oops, missed an E there. There we go, it popped out anyways. So, there's some really great, Thrive developers on here that I've worked with. Not all of them are great, but again, if you go through reviews, you take a look at the reviews and some of the content, and if you ask them very specific questions, you should be able to find people on here at an affordable rate that can really go in and do some damage and get some stuff done for you. So yeah, I hope this video has been helpful. Again, just kind of using these search options here, it saves you a lot of time. Because otherwise you can get just really kind of, bogged down and not very efficient if you're just scrolling through looking at all these sellers individually. But if you kind of follow that kind of system that I showed you, you should be able to find a person fairly quickly for what you're looking for, and then you can be on your way. All right, guys, that's it for now. If you guys like this video, I'll make more content like this. And also, if you guys want to know more about selling on Fiverr, just leave a comment below, and I'll make a video specifically about selling on Fiverr, how to get traffic to your gigs, how to make sales, the percentages, and break everything down. So if that's something you're interested in, please let me know, and I'll make a video about that, and thank you for watching.